everything that you are saying about a person, about your environment, about your life, about yourself, you are literally like a little witch over here, like, and then like in a cauldron, you are creating that more than you know. More than you guys, that call was, oh my gosh, I love that call. I didn't share. There's something I get when I want to share and my heart starts pounding. And usually I break through it, but then I was too nervous because everyone had already shared and I was like, oh my gosh, like, but it's fine because I'm gonna share next time. But I want to share with you guys because this is still really important because I know a lot of us don't realize it. Like, I love when I'm around somebody and they go ahead and tell me like, babes, you're kind of being a little negative, or is everything okay? And I'm like, what do you mean? Everything's fine. And then and then they're like, it's just the way you've been speaking lately, or like, you know, the energy around you. And I have to then like check within me and be like, what you mean by that? And then like when they tell me little examples, I'm like, I need some time with myself because I need God to get me right because, well, I didn't know. And that's just so important. Like, I tell you guys all the time, words have power. I realize, because I'm obviously human, I do realize sometimes I say things and I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. And I have to go back and I have to take accountability and I have to, you know, like, I'm like, God, please help me to rectify this situation. Help this person to know that I'm genuinely sorry, because I can say sorry, but like, you know, there's more to that. And the person has to actually receive the like genuineness that I'm putting out there of knowing that my actions were wrong, in fact, in that situation. So all that to say, okay, because gosh, your girl can ramble, but that's okay because that's what I love about myself, is one, words have power, okay? Spelling, okay? Words have power. Spells is spelling. Why do you think it, like, do not think, oh, like, words are just, like, not word, well, no, yeah, it works. Don't just think that words are the way they are just because. No, baby girl. No, baby boy. That is not the case at all. They have power. Like, oh my gosh. Wait, I'm gonna find it because I don't want to butcher it. Spelling is spells or something like that. I found it! Okay. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling, okay? Everything that you are saying about a person, about your environment, about your life, about yourself, you are literally like a little witch over here, like, and then like in a cauldron, you are creating that more than you know, more than I think you want to realize, because we like to think that our words don't have power, but that's so far from the truth. They have so much power. And what we learned today was that your mouth reveals what rules you. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Like at my church, they said the way you speak reveals your heart condition. And like ever since then, like I'm not gonna lie, obviously like sometimes I do fall off and I forget. But when I say something, I'm like, that's not my heart. That's not me. And like I had to immediately fix it, because you do not want the wrong thing ruling you. You want Christ to rule you. And let's go over it. Flesh speaks impulsively. That means you're speaking without thought. That means you're not thinking before you're doing, okay? That is why it's so important to, and then King touched on this, that is why it's so important to be slow to speak and quick to listen, because I think a lot of us, we just be like, and then you said this, oh, you're wrong, no, and then we cut the person off. No, you're too quick to react, you're too quick to respond, but you're not even actively listening. That's bad. Like, you guys, we gotta fix that within ourselves. I gotta fix that within me, because there's times where I do still do it and I'm like, okay, and I have to be put in my place, like, okay, you're right, you weren't done speaking, I'm sorry, like I didn't even get to hear the full extent of what you were saying. And I see that happen on social media so much. Like, I'm not even gonna say specific names because I know how y'all like to get a little frenzy or whatever, but people go ahead and take what one person said, like a third, I'm not even gonna say a half, a third of what that person said, and then everybody runs with a third of what that person said without even looking at the 2/3 that was left, and they go ahead and attack the person. It's like, y'all, let's do better. Go back to the source. Stop going based off what one person is saying that you think is right, only because, and goes to the next point, just because they're shouting doesn't mean Jesus is speaking it. Oh my gosh, you guys know, like, confidence whispers and I mean, yeah, confidence whispers, insecurity shouts. It's the same thing. Like a person who's loud only because they're loud, and I know I'm being loud right now, but that's because I'm passionate about it. But like, do your own research. Only because you're hearing what I'm saying, do your own research. Only because someone is shouting and it seems right because it's like, oh my gosh, like they really are in tune with what they're saying. Like they really like believe it. Trust and believe. A person can shout false things because they believe that they are to be right. You have to fact check with everything. If something doesn't sit right with you only because someone's shouting it doesn't make it right. Go with what you know can be backed up with actual truth, like evidence. No, but I was gonna say name, but you know what? I'm not doing it either. Person 1 said this about person 3, and then person 2 said it, so it has to be true. Oh my gosh, like, take it from me, please. Like, and me, take it from me, because we've literally been in a situation where someone says something else. I'm like, bro, that's so far from the truth. It's not even like, wow, you have such a creative imagination. Everyone's so creative, like, actually. And it's like, oh, but that other person said it. And then it's crazy because then you who know the truth be like, oh, but like if 2 people said it, then is it the truth? No! You know the evidence that backs it up that it's false. No, go with what you know, not what others are saying. Like, please be vigilant. I think that's what, be cautious of what you are letting in to your mind and like affect you in your life and the way you think, because that's why a lot of us have these limiting beliefs, and obviously it's like from childhood and stuff like that, and that's a whole nother conversation itself. Just be cautious of what you are soaking in, because you're an adult, you're not a sponge, okay? You have choice of what you allow to be fact in your life and what you allow into your energy and what you allow to be truth in your life, and what you decide to actually, I'm going to look on that myself and then see if I want to apply it. Because, no, this goes right back to what I say on my YouTube channel too. Like the people who say like, oh my gosh, like you're crazy for doing this, or like that's not really smart. Why are you, and then you let them change your mind about what you wanted to do in the first place with your life? Hello? I know the camera's jumping, and the clock is jumping. Okay, I know. But still, what I'm saying is, you guys, I've been there, I've done that, and I still have to check myself, and this is why I say check yourself. Not only check yourself, talk to God. Like, make it habit to talk to God every day, and not just talk to him, but listen to him. If he's saying, you know when God's speaking to you, don't act. You know when God's speaking to you, listen to him. Like, let go of thinking that you know what's best for you. You don't. You didn't even create you. Chill out, sit down. Like, let God speak to you and lead you and guide you in the places that you need to be led and guided. Because, like, take the pressure off yourself, because it's not all on you. And you need to speak to God when people are like saying their 2 cents. Trust me, this is why I keep a lot of things private. And this is literally, it said, hold on. God will prompt you not to share that because of many reasons, but one of them may be because that person's not in a state to be told something that they can't handle this season. It could be because that person just can't go ahead and celebrate you the way that you would expect them to celebrate you. It could be because you're just supposed to keep it private. You don't have to share everything. And I know as like a content creator and influencers, that's like, but I don't share everything. I don't even share a third of my life on here, believe it or not. But it probably seems like it because I speak so much. So you're like, damn, she's telling us everything. No, I'm not. Trust and believe. I tell my therapist everything. Not even that. No, I tell God everything.